7 daily moves that keep me independent at 78, you can do them too. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and thought, wow, when did that become so hard? Or maybe you've paused at the top of the stairs, just hoping your knees won't give out this time. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth is, after 70, even the smallest movements can feel like climbing a mountain. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or a complicated routine to stay strong, steady, and independent. In fact, all it takes is a few simple movements, ones you can do at home in just a few minutes a day, to keep your body working the way it should. Let's talk about how to move better, feel stronger, and live with more confidence, starting today. We're not talking about running laps or doing push-ups in your living room. These are real-life movements, designed to protect your balance, strengthen your legs, loosen stiff joints, and restore that deep, inner feeling of capability. This isn't just about preventing falls or keeping up with the grandkids. This is about holding on to freedom. The freedom to walk to the kitchen without fear. To stroll through the park without effort. To bend down and pick something up without wincing. And maybe most importantly, to feel like you again. Movement number 1, sit to stand. Let's start with a movement you probably already do a dozen times a day, but may not even realize how important it is. It's called the sit to stand. Think about it. You use this motion when you get up from the couch, out of bed, off the toilet, or rise from the dining table. And it's often one of the first movements to become harder with age. But here's the secret, practicing it on purpose makes it easier. Here's how to do it safely. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back straight. Cross your arms over your chest, or place your hands on your thighs if you need support. Lean forward just slightly, then slowly stand up, using your legs, not momentum. Then, sit back down with control. Try doing this 5 to 10 times a day. That's it. Why is it powerful? Because this one move strengthens your thighs, hips, and core, all the muscles that help you get up and move with confidence. Stronger muscles mean fewer falls, less knee pain, and more energy to enjoy your day. And listen, if the word exercise makes you roll your eyes, forget it. This isn't exercise. This is practicing your independence. Movement number 2, heel-to-toe walk. Now let's talk balance, because staying upright isn't something we want to take for granted. Have you ever felt a little wobbly crossing a room, like your feet weren't quite sure where to land? That's your balance system asking for attention. Enter the heel-to-toe walk. It's simple, and it works. Here's how. Stand near a wall or countertop so you have support if needed. Place one foot directly in front of the other, so the heel of your front foot touches the toes of your back foot. Then, take a slow step forward, keeping the same heel-to-toe pattern. Walk across the room slowly, focusing on control, not speed. At first, it may feel shaky, and that's okay. Each step is a message to your brain and body, teaching them to coordinate better. And that can help prevent one of the biggest threats to independence after 70, falls. Just 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. You're not just strengthening your balance, you're rebuilding trust in your body. And that's empowering. Real life story, Helen, 74. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 74. She started doing the sit-to-stand and heel-to-toe walk every morning right after brushing her teeth, just 5 minutes a day. Within weeks, she no longer had to push off her knees to get out of a chair. And she told me something I'll never forget. She said, "It's not just that I feel stronger, I feel safer in my own body." That's what we're aiming for. Not just stronger muscles, but peace of mind. Movement number 3, gentle torso rotations. Now that we've worked on strength and balance, let's unlock something just as important, mobility. Because even if your legs are strong and your balance is solid, if your joints are stiff, you'll still feel stuck. The next movement is called the gentle torso rotation. It loosens your spine, opens up your hips, and helps shake off that tight, creaky feeling you might wake up with. And don't worry, you won't be lying on the floor or twisting like a pretzel. This is done standing up, with slow, controlled motion. Here's how to do it. Have you ever noticed how some days, just getting out of a chair feels like a full workout? Or maybe you've caught yourself standing at the top of the stairs, wondering if your knees are going to cooperate this time. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we age, the little things we used to do without thinking start to require more effort, more balance, more strength, more focus. But here's the good news. Staying independent and mobile after 70 doesn't mean hours in a gym, expensive equipment, or exhausting routines. In fact, it comes down to just a few simple movements, done right at home, that keep your body strong, steady, and confident. I'm not talking about push-ups or running laps around your house. I'm talking about real-life movements. The kind that protect your balance, strengthen your legs, loosen your joints, and help you feel capable in your everyday life. Because this isn't just about avoiding falls or keeping up with the grandkids. It's about holding on to your freedom. The freedom to walk to the kitchen without fear of stumbling. To take a stroll through the park. To pick something off the floor without wincing. And maybe most importantly, to feel like you again. So let's walk through 6 powerful movements you can do every single day. They're simple. They're effective. And they just might change how you move through life. 1. Sit to stand, practicing independence. Let's start with something so simple. You might not even think it counts. But it does, big time. The sit to stand movement. Think about how often you do this in a day. Getting up from the couch, the toilet, your bed, the dinner table. It's one of the most common motions in daily life. And one of the first to become harder with age. But here's the secret. Practicing it on purpose makes it easier. Here's how. Sit on a sturdy chair. Feet flat. Back straight. Cross your arms over your chest, or place your hands on your thighs if you need support. Now lean forward slightly and stand up slowly using your legs, not momentum. Then sit back down with control. Do this 5 to 10 times a day. That's it. Why does this matter? Because it strengthens your thighs, hips, and core. The muscles that support every movement you make. And when those muscles stay strong, your knees ache less. Your balance improves. And you move through your day with more confidence. You don't have to call it exercise. If that word feels like a burden, just think of it as practicing your independence. 2. Heel-to-toe walk, rebuilding balance. Now let's talk balance. Ever walk across a room and feel a little wobbly? Like your feet aren't quite sure where to land? That's your balance system asking for attention. And one of the best ways to wake it up is with heel-to-toe walking. Stand near a wall or countertop for support. Place one foot directly in front of the other. Heel of your front foot touching the toes of your back foot. Take a slow step forward, heel to toe, all the way across the room. This isn't about speed. It's about control. Focus on each step. At first, it might feel shaky. That's okay. That's exactly why it's effective. Each time you do it, you're training your brain and body to coordinate better, which helps prevent falls. And falls, as you know, are one of the biggest threats to independence after 70. But just 5 minutes a day of this simple walk can make a real difference. You're not just exercising. You're rebuilding trust with your body. One careful, intentional step at a time. 3. Gentle torso rotation, loosen the stiffness. Now let's unlock mobility. Especially in your spine and hips. Because even if your legs are strong and your balance is steady, stiff joints can still make you feel stuck. So here's a simple movement to wake up your spine and loosen your hips. Gentle torso rotations. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Knees soft. Arms relaxed at your sides. Now slowly rotate your torso side to side, letting your arms swing gently with you, like soft pendulums. Don't force it. Let the twist happen naturally. Turn your head along with your shoulders. Keep your hips loose. Do this for 30 seconds to a minute. You might feel a pop or a stretch through your sides and back. That's a good thing. It means your spine is waking up. Think of this as oiling the hinges of your body. One gentleman named Paul, he's 76, told me he does this every morning while waiting for his coffee to brew. He calls it swaying the stiffness away. And honestly, that's a beautiful way to put it. It's the little moments that make the biggest difference. 4. Ankle circles and heel lifts, strengthen the foundation. Let's move down to your ankles. Yes, ankles. They're the unsung heroes of every step you take. When they're stiff or weak, you lose stability. And that throws off your balance, your posture, and even your knees and hips. So let's give your ankles a little love. Here's what to do. While holding onto the back of a chair or countertop, lift one foot a few inches off the floor. Draw slow circles in the air with your toes. Clockwise for 10 seconds, then counterclockwise. Then switch feet. Next, keep holding on and do 10 gentle heel lifts. Rise up on your toes, hold for a second, then lower slowly. That's it. You can do this while brushing your teeth, or waiting for water to boil. Carol, a 79-year-old who walks every morning, told me these ankle movements helped her feel more grounded on her walks. She said her stride got longer. And her fear of tripping on uneven sidewalks? Gone. Not because she went to a gym, but because she gave her body what it needed. A little daily attention. 5. Wall angels, free up your shoulders. Now let's not forget about your upper body, especially your shoulders. You use them more than you realize. Reaching for a cup, putting on a jacket, opening a heavy door. But when your shoulders get tight or weak, you start to compensate with your neck or back. And even simple tasks can become frustrating. That's where wall angels come in. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Feet about 6 inches from the base. Try to get your head, shoulders, and lower back touching the wall. Now raise your arms into a goalpost shape. Elbows bent, hands facing up. Then slowly slide your arms up and down the wall. Like you're making a snow angel. Go slow. Even if your range is small, that's okay. Over time, this opens up the shoulders and reduces that stiff, frozen feeling. And tasks like putting on coats or reaching high shelves, they become easier, more natural. 6. Marching in place, wake up the whole body. And finally, one of the most underrated yet powerful movements you can do. Marching in place. It sounds too simple to matter. But don't underestimate it. This one boosts circulation, improves coordination, and wakes up your hip flexors. Those important muscles that help you lift your legs and walk smoothly. Stand tall next to a counter or chair. Lift one knee toward your chest, then lower it. Switch sides. Go slow. Controlled. Aim for 20 to 30 gentle steps. Swing your arms naturally, or keep one hand on the counter for balance. It's a great way to start your day. It brings energy into your body without overwhelming it. And yes, you might feel a little silly at first, marching in your kitchen. But trust me, your body will thank you. Closing, uplifting and motivational. What's beautiful about these movements is they don't just strengthen your body. They restore your confidence. When you know you can move well, you stop hesitating. You stop worrying about, what if I fall? and start focusing on, what can I do today? Because movement isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's about feeling safe in your own body again. About carrying your own groceries. Taking your own walk. Living your own life. On your own terms. So whether it's a sit to stand, a slow heel-to-toe walk, or a gentle sway by the window, remember this. You're not just moving. You're reclaiming your independence. You're saying, I'm still here. I still care. I'm not done yet. And that is a beautiful thing. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Knees slightly bent. Arms relaxed by your sides. Now slowly begin to rotate your torso from side to side. Let your arms swing gently with you, like soft pendulums. Don't force the motion, just let your upper body twist naturally. Turn your head along with your shoulders, and keep your hips relaxed. Do this for about 30 seconds to a minute. Just swaying, back and forth. You might hear a little pop here and there or feel a stretch through your sides and back. That's a good sign. It means your spine is waking up. This movement is like oiling the hinges of your body. When you keep your spine and hips moving like this daily, you're far less likely to feel tight or locked up. When you bend down, reach behind you, or get out of bed in the morning. One gentleman named Paul once told me this was his favorite part of his morning routine. He called it, swaying the stiffness away. He does it while waiting for his coffee to brew. And honestly, that's the perfect time. When you're already standing around, why not? That's the beauty of it, powerful habits that don't require changing your schedule. Ankle mobility, the unsung heroes. Once your spine and hips are loosened up, let's show a little love to one of the most overlooked parts of the body, your ankles. Now, I know that might sound strange, but your ankles are the unsung heroes of every single step you take. When they get stiff, weak, or unresponsive, your stability suffers. And when stability goes, your balance, your posture, even your knees and hips feel the strain. So here's movement number 4. Ankle circles and heel lifts. They'll help improve both your ankle strength and flexibility, which is essential for walking safely, standing steadily, and even going upstairs. Here's how to do it. Hold on to the back of a chair or a kitchen counter. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. And slowly draw circles in the air with your toes. Go clockwise for about 10 seconds, then switch to counterclockwise. Then switch feet. Once you've done both, stay holding on and do 10 gentle heel lifts. Rise up onto your toes, hold for a second, then lower slowly. This strengthens the muscles around your ankles and calves. You can even do these while brushing your teeth or waiting for water to boil. It's not about carving out extra time, it's about weaving movement into your day. And if you've ever had a close call with a trip or stumble, think about how much stronger ankles might make a difference next time. Carol, a woman I spoke with who's 79 and still sharp as ever, told me that adding ankle work to her mornings changed everything. Her stride got longer. Her fear of tripping, gone. And she didn't get there by lifting weights or joining a gym. She got there with small, consistent movement. Shoulder health, wall angels. Now that we've worked our way down to the feet, let's bring it back up, to your shoulders. You may not think about them often, but you use your shoulders more than you realize. Reaching for a mug, putting on a coat, opening a heavy door. But when your shoulders get tight or weak, you start avoiding certain motions. You might compensate with your neck or your back. And before you know it, even small tasks feel like a chore. Let's fix that with a movement I call wall angels. No wings required, just a wall. Stand with your back flat against it, feet about 6 inches away. Try to get your head, shoulders, and lower back all touching the wall. Now raise your arms out to the sides, bend your elbows. And point your hands upward like you're making a goalpost. Slowly slide your arms up and down the wall. Like you're making a snow angel. Now, it might feel awkward at first. That's okay. Go slow. Even a few gentle reps will help increase your range of motion. And reduce that frozen feeling in your shoulders. And over time, reaching overhead becomes easier, smoother, less painful. That's the power of small, consistent motion. Marching in place, energy and coordination. Next up is one of the most underrated yet powerful movements you can do every day. Marching in place. Sounds simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This movement wakes up your circulation, challenges your coordination, and activates the muscles that help you lift your legs and walk smoothly, your hip flexors. Here's how to do it. Stand tall next to a counter or sturdy chair for support if you need it. Lift one knee toward your chest, then lower it and switch to the other side. Take your time. This isn't about speed, it's about control. Aim for 20 to 30 gentle steps. Swing your arms naturally, or keep one hand on support. Do this first thing in the morning. It loosens your joints after sleep, gently raises your heart rate, and brings energy into your body, without overwhelming it. Can't lift your knees very high? That's okay. Even a few inches counts. A man named Thomas emailed me and said, "I march in place every morning while waiting for my oatmeal to heat up. My grandkids laugh at me, but I feel sharper and stronger all day long. That's worth every giggle." That's the spirit. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. And every time you do this, you're reinforcing that essential coordination between your upper and lower body. That's what helps you walk confidently, climb stairs, and step into a car without hesitation. Grip strength, small motion, big impact. Now, let's talk about something unexpected, your hands. Specifically, the simple motion of gripping and releasing. You might wonder why that matters for independence. But think about how many times a day you use your hands. To open jars, turn doorknobs, hold a toothbrush, grip a steering wheel. Hand strength often fades quietly with age. And when it goes, everyday tasks become frustrating. But the good news is, just like any other muscle, your hands can stay strong, with use. Grab a soft ball, a sponge, or a rolled-up towel. Hold it in one hand and squeeze gently. Hold for a few seconds, then release. Do this 10 times per hand. Then spread your fingers wide and bring them back together. This simple motion, done while watching TV or reading, works muscles that often get neglected. And here's something fascinating. Grip strength is linked to overall longevity. Studies show that people with stronger grip strength tend to live longer and stay more independent. Maria, a retired painter, told me she started these hand exercises because opening jars had become nearly impossible. Within weeks, not only could she open jars again, she could hold her paintbrush longer. That didn't just restore her independence, it brought back her passion. Closing, inspiring call to action. So let's take a moment and reflect. You've now learned 7 small but powerful daily movements. Sit to stand for leg strength. Heel to toe walking for balance. Torso rotations for spine mobility. Ankle circles and heel lifts for foot and ankle support. Wall angels for shoulder freedom. Marching in place for energy and coordination. And hand squeezes for grip and independence. They don't require a gym. They don't require special equipment. They don't require youth. All they require is you. Your willingness to show up. To care for the body that's carried you through life. And to believe, it is not too late to feel strong, steady, and proud. You don't have to do them all at once. You don't need a strict routine. Just weave them into your day. While brushing your teeth, waiting for coffee, watching your favorite show. Because the real magic isn't in how hard you do them. It's in how often you do them. Remember, you are not fragile. You are adaptable, resilient, and capable of more than you think. The body may change with age, but your strength, stability, and independence are still within reach. Imagine waking up tomorrow, not groaning with stiffness, but feeling ready. Walking to the kitchen without holding the wall. Lifting your arms without pain. Moving through your day with ease, with confidence, with pride. These movements are your key to that future. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Not just for watching, but for believing in yourself enough to keep going. Let me ask you, how do you stay active? Have you tried any of these movements? Which one are you excited to try tomorrow? Leave me a comment down below, let's support each other. And if this video helped or inspired you, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find practical advice like this. And if you want more tips on staying healthy, independent, and energized into your 70s, 80s, and beyond, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got so much more to share with you. But before I go, let me say this from the heart. Aging is not a weakness. It's a journey. And every time you choose to move, stretch, or breathe with intention, you're proving that you're still here, still growing, still showing up. So here's to your strength, to your independence, to your movement, and to living your best life, at any age. Take care of yourself, stay strong. And I'll see you in the next video.